If Cardano blocks were airplanes, today's parameter would be the person at the gate saying, "Sorry, sir, that bag will not fit in the overhead compartment." You know the person. They don't care how much you paid for your ticket. They don't care that you always bring this bag. They have one job: protect the plane from chaos. Well, on Cardano, the max block XMEM parameter protects the block from chaos, the kind caused by scripts trying to use too much memory at once. I'm Stephanie from Two Lovelaces and Lido Nation. Today, we're unpacking what this parameter does, why it exists, and how it quietly shapes both your experience and how developers build on Cardano. So let's start with the basics. Cardano has over 40 network parameters. Each one is a little lever that adjusts how the blockchain behaves. Max block XMEM is one of the big ones. It sets a limit on how much memory, really how many resource units, all the scripts can use inside a single block. Not per script, not per transaction, but for the whole block. Right now, that limit is 62 million units, which sounds dramatic, but the thing is, these are not megabytes or gigabytes. It's not even memory in the computer store sense. They're part of Cardano's Plutist cost model, which measures resource usage in deterministic units. Cardano doesn't measure script memory in RAM or gigabytes. Instead, it uses normalized resource tokens so that a script always costs the same to run, no matter who runs it. Block producers can predict the cost ahead of time. No script can hog all the resources like a toddler grabbing the snacks at a birthday party. So when you hear 62 million units, think of it like a calorie count on a menu. It's not grams, it's not ounces, it's a separate, specialized measurement designed to create predictability. That's why developers pay so much attention to this parameter. A dApp with lots of smart contract interactions has to squeeze into that memory budget. If the block is full, sad trombone, your transaction waits for the next one. So if you're a developer, this parameter is your ceiling. It affects how big your scripts can be, how many script interactions fit inside a block, how much concurrency you can realistically achieve, and whether your dApp needs to break tasks into smaller pieces. But even if you're not a developer, this parameter explains why smart contract transactions sometimes take longer or cost slightly more during high traffic. It's not your wallet, it's not the dApp, it's just the block saying, "Sorry, overhead bins are full. This bag is going on the next flight." So next time you're waiting on a smart contract transaction, or designing one, you'll know exactly who's behind the scenes. Block's gate agent, the keeper of the overhead bin space, the quiet little limit that makes sure the whole flight stays balanced. And if you ever find yourself wanting bigger scripts or more activity per block, remember that Cardano's on-chain governance does give you a way to raise your hand and say, "Hey, maybe we need bigger luggage racks." Before you go, here's a dreamy number from Suno.ai reflecting on the max block XMEM script parameter.
In the quiet chain unfolding, where the scripts begin to swim, there's a boundary gently holding the breath of max block XMEM, invisible as moonlight, yet shaping all we send. A soft inter